Hi there everyone. So this is going to be your course tour video. It's meant just to give you an idea of where things are set up in D2L and help you navigate it a little bit better. So when you come to your homepage, the first thing you're always going to see is an announcement for the week, and I will post a new announcement every Sunday that basically just gives you any updates of things going on in the course, as well as it will have some sort of to-do list so that you're familiar with what is coming up for the week. And as the week goes on, as the weeks go on, you'll probably be more and more familiar with the things that are coming, but that will always be there for you. Okay, so you are in the course tour video. If you scroll down here, a couple other things you'll see. There's a widget that links you directly into Amazon to purchase the Nutrition in You 4th edition book. In addition, like I said, you can purchase the 3rd edition if you can find better pricing on that. But this will just link you to that 4th edition. There's a link that links you to my LinkedIn account if you're interested in learning a little bit more about me. There's also then this Pearson study area. This is just some publisher-provided study materials. So it has different practice questions, additional videos, and so this is here purely just for you to use in studying. I won't grade any of it. I really won't even look to see if you're accessing it. It's purely just there for you for a reference. All right, so we scroll down. At the bottom here, you have your content browser. And so you have likely accessed this Welcome Start Here tab. A few things you'll see here, your instructor intro video, which is just kind of introducing you to the class. If you haven't watched that yet, please do. You're in the course tour video. There's just some resources here if you haven't taken online courses before, some things to help you out. Your syllabus, and then this how to use proper email etiquette when addressing me or really any professor. So I would encourage you to take a look at that just to help you in your communication with your professors. Okay. There's also then the course policies and different resources through KSU that are referenced also then in your syllabus. All right. So if we look at the current week, all of this is going to also be found underneath your content, and so I'm going to kind of go back up there and access it that way. So if you click on content, that'll bring you to that same information that you saw at the bottom there. So we're going to go ahead and look at this current week. And right now in the current week tab, you see just chapter 1. And so this is going to link you into the lecture material and things you need to review in this coming week. And then in future material is everything that is for the weeks ahead. And then once we move past week 1, I will move chapter 1 into past material. So everything will stay in D2L and will always be there for you to access. It's just kind of going to move depending on what week we're in. So each Sunday I will take the opportunity to kind of flip things around, post an announcement for you, do my grading, and so on. So let's just take a look at the material for chapter 1. So all of your lessons are going to be set up in the same manner. It's going to start with an overview that just gives you kind of gives you a chance to read about what's coming for that chapter. There's then going to be your objectives, what you should learn from this chapter. And then the third page is always going to be another checklist for you. So again, things are really organized. You should have a good sense of, what is due every week. And if you follow, your syllabus, the announcements, and the to-do list in the announcement, and then your module checklist, you should be good to go. So these are just your tasks. There's due dates associated with all of them. Again, pretty much everything is always going to be due on Saturday at 11:59 p.m. with the exception of those exams, and those will be Monday to Tuesday. So due Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. You'll have that full 48 hours. So you can click on these and they will link you directly to the assignment. So if you click on this chapter 1 assignment, it'll link you into Mastering Nutrition. There are some chapter slides here for you. These are just publisher-provided slides that just might organize your notes for you if you'd like to reference those. And then if we keep moving ahead, there's actually provided lecture. So this is kind of a PowerPoint video, but then has recorded lecture along with it. So that is probably going to be most helpful. I've got other videos, there'll be links to articles, there'll be some practice questions. Again, none of this is for a grade, but I would encourage you to do it because it's really going to mimic things you're going to see in the exam and help you out. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of this, but again, each lesson for each chapter is going to be set up very similarly. Actually, let me go to that very last page. This is always going to link you into your discussion. So if the discussion references a video or an article, you're going to find it within the lesson itself. So if you just go through your entire lesson, at the end, you'll see your discussion board activity. And again, you can click here and it'll link you directly to your discussion board that you can go ahead and start your thread. So let's back out of this and go back to that D2L homepage. We'll actually then just look at those discussions. So for this week, you're going to do the introduction discussion, which is just introducing yourself, really. Letting us know if you've taken courses online before, what your major is, etc. There is tips here for you to review, so just some information on what I'm looking for as far as your discussions go, and then a rubric that helps you understand, kind of what I'm looking for and how you can score, a 10 on your discussions. So just a reminder, your goal is to answer all of the questions for the discussion and answer them thoroughly. So, I'm looking for a good amount of content that's going to prompt discussion among other students. So you'll need to start that thread first, respond to the discussion prompt, and then you'll need to respond to at least one other student. And for you to get those full 5 points, it needs to be something thoughtful. It needs to prompt additional conversation between either the student that you're responding to or other students in the class. And the more you guys all do that together, the easier it's going to be for you guys to have conversation and discussion and be able to write more thoughtful responses. So those are your discussions. Again, one discussion a week. If we then look at the assignment tab, this is just the assignment submission folders for those 2 large projects. So your restaurant review assignment and your nutritional analysis assignment. So again, those will come up in both your module checklists and in your announcements when they're coming due. So I usually give you kind of 2-week lead time letting you know that that's coming up. But they are here for you already, so if you want to get a jump on them, go for it. If you click on the submission folder, you will find the handout that gives you a description of what to do for the assignments. And again, I'll go over those as we get closer. Your quizzes tab. So for this week, you're completing that pretest. This is just, I think it's 15 or so questions, just seeing kind of where you're at as far as your knowledge of nutrition. You just get the points for completing it. And then you'll take that again at the end of the semester just to be a comparison. You're also then going to take this course policies quiz. This, basically states you've read the syllabus, you understand the policies of the class as well as the policies of KSU. You are understanding what it means to have academic integrity and what the consequences of that are, of not having that are. And so again, this is there for you. It's also there as a practice for using Respondus Lockdown Browser as well as a webcam. So that way when it comes to your exam, you're not real stressed out about that. You've had experience setting it up on your computer, and you're good to go when the exam comes so that hopefully there aren't any technical issues. So this is also where you'll then go to take your exams. Again, you will need that Respondus Lockdown Browser as well as a webcam, and the exams are closed note, closed book. It's just as if you were taking it in person in class. So I will be reviewing, your activities as you take your exam to assure that we're all on the same page and not having any instance of academic misintegrity. All right. So let's see what else. Your grades are here. Okay, this is everything for the semester, and again, I'm going to be entering your grades in pretty much every Sunday, so you really should always have a good idea of where you are at in the class. That's with the exception of these two larger projects. Those will take a little more time to grade, but really as we go through the course, you should always have an understanding of how you're doing. Straight point system, nothing is weighted, so you can always just add up the points you have and divide by the total amount of points so far and have your percentage. Okay. So let's go back to that home page. If you scroll down to the bottom, then you are going to see this widget for Pearson. And I'm going to click on it, and it's going to look a little bit different than it does for you guys just because I'm in the instructor view. But this is going to link you into your Mastering Nutrition assignments. So we'll take a look at those. Now the only ones you'll see when you go to access it are the ones that are currently open. So for example, this week is just going to have your chapter 1 open and available to you. But these assignments should take you between 45 minutes to an hour. In the syllabus, it kind of outlines how they're graded, and these are all again due at 11:59 on Saturday. Now, people in the past have had issues with accessing Mastering, and so a couple of things I would say regarding that are that you want to make sure that you're using Google Chrome, as well as having your pop-up blocker, your pop-ups enabled. So turning off that pop-up blocker. So if we go to here, nope, this one. Okay. If you email me saying you're having difficulties, I'm going to first say, are you in Chrome? Are you in Firefox? What are you using for a browser? Generally, Mastering Nutrition just really doesn't like Safari. So I would encourage you to be in Chrome or in Firefox. Chrome seems to work best. I'm also then going to say, make sure you've enabled pop-ups. So, when you click on that widget on the course home, if you click on it and nothing happens, it just sits there, you, depending on your browser, of course, are going to need to look and see, was that pop-up blocked? And if so, click it again, or enable those pop-ups, and then go back and click the link again. That's usually kind of what the issue is. So a couple of things that are here, your exam review guides are already posted. There are PowerPoints for each chapter posted. These are also then linked through your lessons for the week, but they're all here in this folder as well. All right, so I know that was kind of fast and kind of jumped all over, but hopefully it gave you a little sense of where things are. And like I said, if you follow along as far as the lessons go in that module checklist, pay attention to announcements, you should be just fine. So feel free to email me, reach out if you're having questions or if you have concerns. I'm definitely here to respond to them. So I hope you guys have a great semester and look forward to talking to you soon.